you doing? Welcome to Taff Rocks. In case you're wondering why I'm laughing, this is my third try at doing this. Anyway, let's get on with it. Last month we did tutorials for St. David's Day inspired rock as well as St. Patrick's Day one. This week, because we've got St. George's Day coming, we're doing something inspired by that. In a couple of previous videos, we've shown you projects where we've done DIY stencils. And this project is also a DIY stencil included. So it's a bit of a bonus for you. I'll put links to the other projects in the description box below. But I think one was the rainbow and one was the flower. Speaking of flowers, this week it's going to be a rose using our very own stencil. So come with me and we'll get started. Okay, so the first task I have with this rock is measuring it because I'm making my own template. I want to make sure that it fits on, and what I'm going to do is print one out to cut and make sure that it fits. I found this picture online and I'll put a link to this very image in the description box below. I've resized it and printed it in draft because I didn't want to waste the ink. Once it's printed, we'll be cutting bits out. Alrighty, so I printed it on yellow to make it easier for you guys to see. And even though it still looks quite dark, that's fine. At least I'll know where I'm going when I'm cutting it out. Each of these pieces is now going to be cut out, and even though it might seem a little bit fiddly, it's going to be worth it. For this one, I'm going to use a craft knife. Of course, if you've got other templates that you can use the scissors with, brilliant. So I'm going to take this away, cut it out, then I'm going to cut this part off and make sure that eventually it fits on my rock. So there it is, all nicely cut out, and it fits perfectly on my rock. Now, if you are lucky enough to be the kind of person that can do all the drawings inside here without it moving around, great, but I'm not. So I use blue tack. For you guys, you can use a pencil, but I'm going to use a pen so it's easy for you to see. Alright, now just go around and draw it in. My next task now is inside each of the pieces that I've drawn. I'm going to colour or paint it all in white as an undercoat, and because I want this a little bit longer, I'm just going to freehand that, and I've got a longer stalk. Whilst I'm here, I think I might add another leaf. So I fancy a leaf down here, so I'm just going to add that one in. There you go. I'm really happy with that. Time to paint these bits in white. Now I'm not going to make you sit through watching me do that, so I'll be right back when it's done. Alrighty, so it's got the undercoat on. The reason why I put the white undercoat on is because the colours that we're going to be using are quite light, so we need them to be seen. So I'm going to start with pink. These still might need another coat, and that's simply because these pens haven't been used for a while. Now I've done the middle in pink, it's time for the outside in red. So that's pretty much it for a minute. I'm going to leave it all dry. I'm going to go back and see if anything needs a second coat or touching up, because I can see a couple of little areas here. And then I'm going to come back and give it an outline, and that'll be done. Okay, right. All nicely coloured. Just some outline. Don't forget now, even though I've done this in paint pens, you guys can do this in acrylic paints. That worked out really well. Check that out. And it's a nice chunk of rock and all. Even though there are the big gaps in there, and you can tell it's from a stencil, that doesn't take away the fact that when you do yours, it's still a fantastic piece of artwork. I hope including this different way of doing stencils again this week has been really helpful to you. If you use this process with any type of image, I want to have a look. Don't forget to share it with us over on the Facebook group so we can all see and be inspired by your fantastic artwork. With that in mind, I'm going to shoot off and let you get on with yours. We release new tutorials every Monday. If you've enjoyed this week's video, please don't forget to like and share it with your friends. If you'd like to help the Taff Rocks channel out, there's some links in the description box below for Patreon, Ko-fi and an Amazon wishlist. Before you leave today, if you haven't already, don't forget to subscribe and click that little notification bell. Until I see you next time, keep on rocking. Ciao for now.